This is how my mind usually feels like. It feels like an anthill, where all the tiny black ants are my own thoughts and feelings, trying to get inside me and bite me, trying to rip off my own flesh just for fun. That's why I decided to go from Mexico City, where I live, to my hometown, Colima, and then I accepted to go with my parents on a 2-day trip all the way here to San Antonio del Ciprés, where my grandma lives. San Antonio del Ciprés is a desertic little town next to a long highway with desolated roads where you can find prickly pears with beetles and prickly pears with flowers and meters of cacti that grow up out to the sky. Oh, by the way, this is me. The day after we arrived, I spent the morning looking at the vast immensity of the desert, a desert where the clouds looked like enormous pieces of paper glued to the sky. Later, we went to some chili fields owned by a friend of my grandma, where he grows these beauties. My mom quickly got along with Dorothy, the owner's wife, but I didn't have such luck. I walked by myself, with my chair and my head down, as I usually do. First I walked beside the baby plantings, and next among the grown-ups. I took a look at the sky, then another one, and finally, I came back. We had some burnt meat and roasted chilies, and then we went back to walk. My mom took pictures of my grandma and showed them to Dorothy, but she seemed rather unimpressed. It's interesting how surprise works. We have a sense of fascination for the unknown, and we take selfies with the ruins and wonders we had ignored, as my mom and I did. This takes us here, the lonely edge of an excavation. The desert was intervened by man, but that didn't make it feel less lonely. And even though I was fascinated, down deep, I also felt alone. I looked down to the void and wondered how it would look like an anthill on that gray sand. It would look just like in my head. Thoughts are tiny black ants that run desperately, trying but not wanting to get in. However, the good thing about travels is that you can look up, all the way up, and enjoy your own company. The gigantic pieces of paper that are always glued to the sky can make you feel less lonely. From the ground, you can always get up and look at the clouds, but that's really not the point. The point, as I learned here, is to look directly into your black holes, take some distance, and realize that anthills are just little tiny holes on the ground. Holes that you can cope with if you know what they are.